It's Doug Evans again with your Palm Beach Guide. I'm the president and CEO of the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. It's always, as far as I'm concerned, a beautiful day here in Palm Beach and the Palm Beaches. Even when it rains, we call it liquid sunshine, because where else can you live that you get 280 days of sunshine a year? Happy people. Beautiful homes and restaurants and just all kinds of great stuff happening. You've heard me on the podcast more than a dozen times now. I love where I live. I love my job. I love what I'm doing. And more importantly, I love the people I work with. And that includes two gentlemen here today with me they'll introduce themselves to you. By one of my colleagues, Keanu Rivera, who's on the first podcast, by the way, introduced me to these two young guys who started their own business. They have lots of other stuff going on, which is fascinating. But gentlemen, Naji, and it's like your company is Naji. Is that the full name?
Actually, it's Naji Designs.
I knew it, and Naji Designs. And these guys, when you go to the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce website, they create all of our beautiful content, the videos, it blows my mind what they do. So Naji Designs. So introduce yourself.
All right, so my name is Paul, the CEO of Naji Designs, and
I'm Caleb, the COO. He's Batman, and I'm Robin. I make sure that I fight off the other guys, but this guy, he's head honcho.
So with Paul and Caleb, I wanted to say their names because they're so humble with what they do. And when I saw their work the first time, I was blown away. I thought, how can these two young guys know how to do this, to insert themselves into a community in a great way that's very not up for change? A lot of the time it's like, we've always used XYZ company. We're not using it anymore. And so getting in front of all of our members, the 800 that we have, soon to be 1,000, I hope, I think hopefully it's transformational for your business. So why did you start Naji Designs? Where did you come from? Now, Caleb, I know what you do also in your life. We'll talk about it in a second. But tell me, Paul, what Naji Designs, where did this come from? Why did you decide to do this?
Okay, so I'm going to give you the Cliff Note version of it.
Great, okay, that's fine.
Shout out to the podcast. But the Cliff Note version is going to be this. It's Naji Designs because I used to design websites. I went on LegalZoom and I was like, can I change the name? Because I'm going into a different route. And they said, yeah, for a couple $100. And I was like, well, so what'll happen is, instead of it being like Naji Designs, hey, we're doing websites, it's Naji Designs, like we're like architects, right? Kind of like design your dream video, right, for you. But Caleb came to me at a random event that we was having at my in-laws' house. And he was like, you know what people are going to need all the time because COVID was happening? And I was like, well, what's that, Caleb? He said, video. And I was like, what? Okay. People are going to need video. Now, everything was kind of happening at the same time. My dad, we had a conversation that said that video is king. And this all happened at the same exact time.
Yeah.
So he said video. My dad said video is king. I was working at a real estate company that produced videos, and I did all the editing for them for years. And COVID hit, and we didn't know what that was. And I just had my son. And I said, hey, boss, do you think we could be remote like everyone else? I just want to be home with my kid. And he was like, I don't even know if it's real. Oh. So I'm like, well, here we go. I was like, Jesus, take the wheel. I made a song that was like, I remember the song was like, I'm quitting my job and I'm making my own business.
Good for you.
And I sung that song on WhatsApp to the family, put it in the family chat. And a bunch of things was happening at the same time. So he had a camera. I ended up getting a camera. And this documentary came out that was talking about West Palm Beach. And I was like, man, they're talking about West Palm Beach, just saying that this isn't really a place to come to and stuff like that. And I was like, I wonder if there's a way that we would be able to give small businesses a voice.
Sure.
And because the small businesses can't go up against big corporations.
No.
Right? So I'm like, if we can hone in on a skill and figure out how we can use our cameras for good, would it be possible? So we went door to door to all these different businesses. I'm talking about, we were no after no after no. But then after a while, we just started getting easier, and people just started saying yes. But we were giving away free videos.
Yeah. Oh, gee.
It was like,
which isn't cheap, by the way.
Right, which is not cheap. No. It's time, it's effort. We are, banging up fingers. This guy got a broken finger. We go through a lot. But we was giving away free videos, and I remember there was two situations that happened. We went to two different people. One lady was like, hey, she owned a bakery. And I was like, oh my gosh, we could do something really cool with this. So we was like, we want to do a free video for you. And then she was like, well, what's the catch? And we're like, well, there is really no catch.
If you like it, then if it helps, then we'll see where it goes, right?
Right. We would just hope that, in the future, maybe you want to do business with us. But she said, no, up and down. No, never. No, where I come from, nothing is free. It's like, man, who hurt you? But either way,
who hurt you?
Right.
But she took it. She did it, right? And
no, she did not do it.
she did not do it.
No. Actually, I don't know. One of our first clients to actually help us was a place called Clematis Cafe.
Okay.
That place was amazing. They did coffee. During the time of COVID, I don't know if you've seen this online, but coffee stuff was just going crazy.
Oh, yeah,
online.
totally.
Everybody was just like, oh, chilling in my home.
Coffee and bread making.
Right. I think because of COVID, a lot of people became like those bakers, almost like Tasty, right?
Yeah.
A lot of different people were coming up with different recipes, different like things to do inside the home just to kill time. But they helped us out. We loved the coffee thing, and that was honestly one of my favorite videos. And that's kind of like how it started. It just started from a design thing. It started because of COVID. COVID kind of like said, hey, we're gonna just change the world. And then we had to change with the world.
We all had to. We had no choice.
Right.
We had no choice, that we had to do that. So for you, what was a difficult situation for all of us, quite honestly, turned into an opportunity.
Really
but as
did.
an entrepreneur and a young person, you had to see it like that. Otherwise, you'd be still sitting there twiddling your thumbs saying, I'll just do websites. That's the end of it. And then you bumped into this person at a family event, which is amazing. And Caleb, to me, as I've gotten to know you guys, the Chamber's been working with you guys for 8-10 months now or whatever it's been. All of our videos come out. They're absolutely spectacular and gorgeous. What I also like about you guys, Caleb, the two of you, is you're open to suggestion because you're working with a client. And, I am very specific when it comes to brand marketing, what it has to look like, what it has to sound like. Right. And I sometimes I feel like I'm a bit of a jerk, but it's like, no, it's got to be exactly like this, because my job is the brand of Palm Beach. And it's a certain brand, and it can't vary. It's got to continually promote where we are and our members and the businesses who are members of the Chamber of Commerce, the symphony, whoever it's going to be. And you guys are great about it. Now, Caleb, your background blows me away. Now, I know you got this because you're the COO, the CFO, the C whatever you are of the company, but you are also a motivational, inspirational speaker. And I've seen you on videos. I follow you on videos. I see you there. I've yet to attend one in person. We've still got to make that work out. But how did you? What made you think, well, I know you're a motivational speaker. I know what made you think you can do this, because you believe in everything is possible if you put your mind to it and you lean in. But, were you doing this kind of business before?
No. It's
simple answer, no. No.
It's interesting because you see other people do it, mm-hmm. and you get inspired by other people. But when it's time for you to take that step, you second guess yourself. You
take the wheel.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
But there's a saying that I love that really helped me in the different things that I'm doing in life. And it says this. It says, the magic that you're looking for is located in the work that you're avoiding. There's so much magic that was in myself that I was like, nobody's going to like it. Nobody's going to this. But the thing is that I was avoiding it because I was avoiding rejection.
Okay.
I was avoiding
fear,
right, and all that kind of other stuff. But then I was like, you know what? Let's stop avoiding it and let's hit it head on.
But you, as a motivational speaker, should be the last person in the world to be afraid of fear.
And that's the thing. You would think strong people and motivational people and stuff, they have nothing to be afraid of. Let me tell you guys something, and also I'll say this to the camera: check on your strong friends.
Yeah.
Because the people that are at the top, leaders and people that are, head influencers or, CEOs of companies and stuff, they have bad days too. They have those moments as well. They have those moments where they get so overwhelmed. But I like to say, don't get so overwhelmed that you underdeliver.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So for me, when it was getting into this business right here, I'm like, what am I avoiding? What risk am I taking? What magic am I avoiding just out of my life that could help impact people that I don't even know of yet? Let's try this out. By trying it out, years down the line, we can only connect the dots looking back, but years down the line, we didn't know that we would be sitting here today doing this podcast.
When you think about that, and with both of you, with Naji Designs, and you think about the lives and businesses you're touching, when you talk to children, when you talk to teachers, and people got to follow, we'll talk about this in a second, so you can advertise, of course, what you do, which I think is great. You touch lives down the street, down the road, down the continuum, and you don't realize that, that teacher you spoke to 2 weeks ago in that session, or that young child, in the extreme, you might have taken what was a tragic day for them where they thought about losing their life or taking their life. And they said, you know something, I thought about something different that day. But you're not going to, you will maybe never know that. Right. But at some point in time, they may circle back around and tell you those kinds of things. With your business, the lives you've touched, the Chamber of Commerce, the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce is a great example. The quality of what you've put into our toolbox to showcase to our members what we're doing is second to none. Now, I have not worked with I've worked with other audio companies here in town and some video companies, but not to the extent. I worked with one, and sadly, the young man passed away, a couple years ago, who did a great job. He was amazing. But to find young folks like you, to me, is just amazing. I'm so thrilled. So you do these videos for us. We showcase them every month. You did the Worth Avenue Christmas parade this year. You did, what was the thing in Boca? NobleCon, which is a huge event in Boca every year. And what's funny about this, and to the listeners, these two gentlemen, Naji Designs, they just leaned in and did it. I said, oh, go meet Mariana Bate, Global Luxury PR Group, and she'll just put you in there, and well, you show up and you do it. You're listening to Your Palm Beach Guide. I'm Doug Evans. I'm the president and CEO of the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce, and I've got Naji Designs here with me, Paul and Caleb today, these two young entrepreneurs who have built this small business into a bigger business, but they're ready for it to explode on the scene. And I love what you're doing here.
We have so much time to just sit here and say, what else do we need to do? Let's get one person, and that one person can turn into 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. It could be an entire production company that's working with companies like Nike, Dasani, Zephyr Hill, just any of these companies that want to make sure.
And you're in the right market at the right time for that, because, this is now Wall Street South. It's an exploding market, Palm Beach County. More people are moving here than anywhere else. The amount of money that has moved into Palm Beach County, number one county in the United States, billions of dollars moved in here in the last 2 years with personal wealth and business wealth, and it's going to grow. But the problem with that is finding talent.
Right.
That's the issue, finding talent.
If I can interject right there, the biggest thing that we try to do is that when we come on the set working with our different clients, we're people first before videographers.
True.
So when we work with you, if you ever work with us, you'll always see we're always smiling, because it's a pleasure to be in the presence of the talent that we're getting ready to work
and you
with.
have to relate to them.
That's it.
And they have to be comfortable. I've watched you guys do interviews with people to pull this together with people who are very scared or whatever they are. And you have this magical way of getting them to relax. But let's get motivated, experience. And there's no website yet?
So everything is at Caleb Wesco. So across all platforms.
Super.
And then also as far as the website, that'll be, that's in the works right now.
Oh, it's got to be, because you're growing the business. And then where are you on Instagram? What's your handle there?
So it's at Caleb Wesco on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you still have MySpace.
That's right.
MySpace.
Tumblr.
Well, I am old. I haven't thought of that. Or an AOL dial-up, where it's plug in the wall with the 15 different phone numbers in a local market. So at Caleb Wesco, all right? And that's how they get it. And you folks, trust me, what he does with children, what he does with teachers blows my mind. It's terrific. And for Naji Designs, there's a website. Is there yet?
Yep, NajiDesigns.com.
Naji, spelled Naji, though.
So it's Naji, 4 letters.
That's pretty simple. Naji. Don't add a D. It's not there. Just keep it at NajiDesigns.com. Yeah. And, for those of you, if you want to support a young business, 4 years, by the way, is a long time, because most small businesses fail in that period.
That's true.
And you're not failing, you're growing.
That's right.
And if you're interested in a job and you're a young person, you're a video person, a shooter, you've got the background with the training in it, if you have an interest in it and are willing to be a journey person and learn, didn't say journey man or journey woman, journey person, trying to get it right. Want to learn from the guys, they're going to grow their business. And with the connections you've made so far, I see nothing for the future but exponential growth for you guys, because it's not just because you got a good attitude. The quality of the product is there, and this is a product. It's amazing to us. So, guys, thank you for joining me today. I'm so glad you're here, and we're going to continue to do great things together. The Chamber is going to grow. The market's going to grow. Your business is going to grow. Both you as a motivational speaker, which I could use every once in a while, by the way. But just kind of walk with it. How hard can it be? How hard can it be?
Yes.
And within reason, how hard can it be? And if you've got that attitude, nothing's going to knock you down, right?
Yes,
sir.
That's
right.
Go tell me your motivational saying again.
Well, I always say, guys, this is Caleb Wesco, and this is...
Oh, Paul.
And as I always
This
like
is
to
Paul.
say,
This is
get motivated.
just plain Paul. Guys, thank you. You've been listening to Your Palm Beach Guide. I'm Doug Evans, the President and CEO of the Palm Beach Chamber of Commerce. It's always a pretty day here, even in the rain, as I say. Surf happens to be up today. Surf's up. And in a different episode, you listen to Dave McClimate, the CEO of the Palm Beach Symphony Orchestra. So come here, grab some rays, grab some sun, grab some drinks, grab some waves, grab whatever. But call Naji Designs to make sure they record all of it. Thanks for listening, and we'll be back with another podcast this next week. Take care.